Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
Animals are unpredictable. If this weren't true, the internet wouldn't be filled with hilarious acts of animals that make us go ROFL. So, to tend to your funny bones, we've gathered some funny acts done by animals that'll make you go, why didn't I see this earlier? So, let's get started. Number 10. Baby elephant. There are some videos that make you crack a smile no matter how tough or sad your day has been. For instance, just look at this cutie patootie video of a baby elephant bathing in a large tub in wildlife sanctuary in Thailand. All of the elephants in the sanctuary are tended with care and the elderly elephants are given a retirement. The wildlife sanctuary also educates people on how to treat animals with care. So no wonder that this baby was comfortable and enjoying a bath. Just look at those cute stumbles in the bathtub. This is definitely making you go, "Ah," isn't it? Who else wants to adopt a baby elephant and go all cuddly with him? Because I sure do. And thank goodness for these videos because they can make us lol at any point in our lives, right? Number 9. Clouded leopard. Giles Clark is a personality that knows a lot about wildlife, especially when it comes to the wild big felines. Did you know that he actually likes to play with tigers and also has his own channel on BBC where he talks about these majestic creatures? So cool, isn't it? Although tigers and lions rule the wildlife, the clouded leopard is also one of the most beautiful creatures. It's estimated that only 10,000 of these wild felines exist and have been marked vulnerable since 2008. No wonder that these beautiful predators are so rare and purely magnificent, but are sadly hunted down. It's said they behave almost like a household cat, but of course they wouldn't play with wool, but would lick and play with Clark. If you keenly see in the video, the clouded leopard reacts to the sound Clark makes, where he shows him how much he loves him. So adorable, isn't it? Would you try this sound in your domestic cat? I'm sure that despite the efforts, they would still play hard to get, right? Number 8. Cameroon sheep. Being a cameraman involves field work, but is also a job filled with lots of uncertainties and unpredictability. You never know what might happen, even if you're just shooting at the Longleat Safari Park in Wiltshire. Although the park is not inclusive of dangerous animals, the BBC cameraman would never have thought that this might happen to him. A park employee was interacting with a rare Cameroon sheep, but then a ram named Cecil approached the journalist and was not afraid to mingle. No one thought that a little lamb would create havoc when the cameraman decided to go on his knees to record the lamb. He tried to protect his groin, but when he swayed his hand away, all the cameraman could say was, "Ouch." Oops, maybe all animals don't like being recorded. Number 7. African manatee. Do you like reading stories about sailors who wandered off in the unending ocean and encountered mystical creatures like mermaids? Well, then you definitely must have heard of the myth that mermaids were actually manatees that were mistaken for mythical creatures. Well, this is not all that you should know about manatees. African manatees are considered to be herbivorous sea mammals that swim in from Senegal to Angola. Although not a lot of study is made on them, you can watch these sea creatures in zoos or ocean parks where they're known to have a very friendly behavior. They don't have many enemies except for crocodiles and sharks, and they indulge in a lot of tactile sensations. This means that they like to be rubbed on their bellies and stroked on their heads. You can see the proof in this video where this African manatee is not letting go of the worker who's cleaning the aquarium. Isn't this making you go, "Ah?" Because he literally can't take his hands off the worker. Well, now in the competition for cuteness, manatees have been added. Are you listening, Dolph 5? Curious dolphin. Of the most loved sea creatures in the world are dolphins. There are tons of videos of these cute sea animals where they either are helping people to bring their phones back or letting tourists give them a stroke on their head. They're so charming and mesmerizing that every zoo or ocean park is filled with them. One such dolphin at Ocean Expo Memorial Park in Japan in 2010 didn't just do tricks to entertain the audience, but stuck its head out of the pool so high that he tripped off from the pool. Luckily, the park authority rushed to help the dolphin and was returned to the pool with the help of an elevator in 20 minutes. Phew, that was quite a show, which definitely made the audience go, OMG. Number 4. Shamu the killer whale. Killer whales in ocean parks became famous from the late 1960s because of a killer whale named Shamu who gave the audience a lot of fun with her shows at the SeaWorld. Although she died in 1971, the name Shamu became famous and was taken up by several other killer whales in shows that performed mesmerizing tricks even though they weigh a killer 6 tons. It's truly surprising to see how they jump out with that much weight. Well, with good training, these orcas can jump and perform tricks like no one has ever seen. But finally, SeaWorld came to their senses in 2016 and conveyed that they'll stop this hypocrisy and focus more on the poor killer whale's health. Don't you think it's good that these entertainers are finally realizing that sometimes it's not all about money? Number 3. Pandas. One animal that can always rule a person's heart, besides a kitten, is a panda. I mean, these black and white fluffy animals are so cute, you'd want to just hug them and say, "I love you," over and over again.
Oh, it's you! Oh, that's nice. Yeah, hi! I don't know who you are.
Oh, Stripey baby, so beautiful.
But at the end of the day, they're just animals that can be unpredictable and can also sometimes make you run for your life. One such incident happened at a Chinese zoo where the security camera recorded something so nightmarish that it would make the zoo employees scared like chickens. A worker was supposed to pass the panda cubs to his colleagues, but instead the panda cubs started grappling the poor worker and started climbing on him like the worker was a tree. They started to take off his boots and started eating his pants and shirt. Who knew that fighting off a gang of little pandas would actually be difficult? Well, although this is a bit scary, we still love you, Kung Fu Panda. Number 2. American black bear. There are lots of animals who love spending a chillaxed time in the water, being in tune with nature or just having pure fun by playing in the water. From dogs to elephants, there are many where bears are no exception. For example, this American black bear called Mimi doesn't just have fun playing in the pond, she relaxes herself by receiving a good shower, even if it has to be from a metal mesh fence. I mean, just look at her. The water sprinkles on her back make it look like she's having the time of her life. Well, yes, I too want to be sprinkled now. It looks so fun, doesn't it? Since we're talking about bears, who can forget the all-time favourite cartoon character, Winnie the Pooh, the fact that he loved honey like crazy?
Honey, 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 honey. Honey, 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 honey. Honey, honey.
But did you know that these grizzlies like to eat honey like actual kids? I mean, just look at this video from the Orphaned Wildlife Center in New York, where a lot of bears live together. The bears in this wildlife center, called Leo and Big Jimbo, love honey so much that they eat the entire honeycomb and the spoon with it. Their caretaker Jim literally feeds these bears with a spoon full of honeycomb and doesn't mind if they lick his hand and have his arm in their mouths with sharp teeth. Well, we for one can agree on the fact that we too do eat honey like crazy, right? Who's with me? Number 1. Baby rhino. Babies are so cute that when you play with them or when you see them playing, it feels like everything will be alright in this dark world. Well, I'm not just talking about human babies, but also animal babies. Be it tigers, monkeys, dogs or cats, they are all fun and cute with their wide-eyed baby faces. For instance, you've got to look at this little baby rhino who's having extreme fun with his zookeeper named Thomas. That's not all, because the calf is actually trying to scare the keeper by hiding and then charging at him. This is so cute, don't you think? Well, we feel like he's practicing for his days when he'll become older and will actually charge at people with his bulked-up body. But for now, this cute little baby is something which will definitely make your day. Why are all the animal babies so cute? So that's all we have on the list for now. We hope that you smiled, laughed, or just felt happy to see these cute animal videos. Please do let us know in the comments below as to which animal was your favourite. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you can catch up my next video.